Disney's latest move is to silently sweep their Snow White remake under the rug, pulling it from theaters, wiping it from store shelves, and facing outright bans in some countries. It's as if they're trying to erase the film from memory like it's a bad dream. Rachel Zegler, the star at the center of this storm, is learning what it feels like to hit rock bottom in Hollywood. Picture this: a flop so colossal it makes a ghost town look lively. Billions of dollars up in flames, auditoriums as deserted as a group chat after you ask for a loan, and Rachel Zegler standing in the ashes, unraveling faster than a discount Halloween costume. Today, we're unpacking the epic misfire that led Disney to act like Snow White never existed. Let's paint the picture. Theatre managers, locked into contracts to show Snow White, were practically pleading with Disney to let them yank it early. Some didn't even wait for the green light. They swapped it out faster than you'd ditch a terrible blind date. One bold manager replaced it with a rerun of a low-budget disaster flick about mutant piranhas. The shade is next level, but the real gut punch came online when a fan shared footage from a Snow White screening.
And everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
The police. I'll tell you what you get. Call the police. Get what you deserve.
An entire Middle Eastern nation slapped a ban on the film, not just in theaters, but across the whole country. Disney made a movie so divisive, a nation said, hard pass, forever. Back home, the humiliation hit harder. A re-release of a quirky 2000s animated flick about a spiky-haired kid and his alien pal was outpacing Snow White's entire US run in just its opening weekend. Let that sink in. A decades-old cartoon dog smoked Disney's princess. Even the merchandise is tanking. Disney tried to hype limited edition Snow White figurines, teas and mugs, but stores are still drowning in unsold stock. One retail worker quipped online that the dolls are holding meetings in the clearance bin, demanding a rescue. When your merch is collecting dust next to last year's fidget spinners, you've fumbled big time. At the heart of this catastrophe is Rachel Zegler, now the internet's favourite punching bag. The behind-the-scenes gossip is juicier than a tabloid cover. First, her co-star, the evil Queen actress, threw shade in an interview without naming names. She dodged questions about Rachel, blaming creative disconnects at the top corporate speak for, "I'm not touching this mess." When pressed for more, she said, "I'll spill when I'm ready," which is code for, there's drama, but you're not getting it yet. Then there's Rachel's other co-star, who played the prince. He skipped the premiere entirely, no interviews, no red carpet, nothing. Why? Rachel had jokingly said at a press event that his scenes might not make the final cut. Guess what? They didn't. Imagine grinding for months on a Disney blockbuster, only for your co-star to casually hint you're getting edited out. I'd ghost the premiere too. Rachel's comments didn't help. The 1930s cartoon was all about a princess chasing a creepy prince. We flipped that for a modern, vibeless romance. More inner strength. Bold move, but it alienated fans who wanted the classic fairy tale. It gets messier. Disney's next big live-action remake, a fairy tale about a long-haired heroine in a tower, was scrapped without a Tracino teasers. No buzz, just gone. Word is, Rachel was in talks to star. After Snow White's implosion, Disney seems to have decided they'd rather cancel a surefire hit than risk another PR nightmare. When Disney, of all companies, looks at a princess movie and says, "Nah, we're good, you know it's bad." The saddest moment, Rachel showed up to a screening of her own movie, clutching a bouquet, beaming for the cameras. The theatre? Barren. We're talking tumbleweeds rolling, pin drop silence. It was meant to be her big moment. Instead, it became a viral joke. Snow White and the 7 empty seats. Social media pounced a flower. Holding photo became one of Disney's most mocked posts ever. The official Snow White account didn't even bother to hype her. Box office numbers? A disaster. Barely scraping $80 million in the US. Reviews were brutal, with ratings lower than a dead phone battery. Critics and fans alike were livid, feeling Disney had trashed a beloved classic for no good reason. The final nail? A goofy live-action movie about blocky video game adventures crushed Snow White's opening weekend. No lectures, no controversies, just pure silly fun with a comedian hamming it up. Audiences wanted joy, not a sermon on why fairy tales need fixing. Now, whispers are circulating that Rachel's career is on thin ice. Studios are cooling on her, roles are drying up, and Disney's already eyeing new faces. Once a rising talent, she's now staring down a make-or-break moment. Can she rebound? Or is Snow White her Hollywood swan song? In this town, baggage piles up fast. And if you're stuck carrying it, the spotlight fades quicker than you think. Even animated sitcoms are taking shots, with writers reportedly cooking up parodies. If those roasts hit, they'll make the internet's memes look tame. Was Jack Black throwing shade backstage at his own premiere? Maybe. For now, that's the tea. What do you think? Can Rachel Zegler claw her way back to Disney's good graces? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.